Okay, welcome to the Battlegrounds. We're playing OMU, and this is going to be my tutorial on
Ah, good.
on how I play OMU.
8 guests have arrived.
So, because OMU's hero power is when you upgrade the tavern, gain 2 gold. Next turn, I want to level and buy this spell. Now, as for the first minion I buy, I know I'll probably get one of these guys from the spell anyway. I really want the pig, because I consider the pig an economy unit, which means I will sell it for a benefit later on, and extra money
Back on the
to OMU
dance floor.
is great, because if you can power level, get ahead of the curve, get ahead of the competition, you can usually do that faster than anybody else in the lobby.
Demand entertainment.
So, as discussed, turn 2, we level,
That will extend the
we
array
get the
of
2
my
gold from the hero
choices.
power, which allows us to buy the spell. Now there is a decision here to make of, do we play the spell now, or do we wait for a better shot? Reno Jackson is playing dragons, and he just tiered up, which means he either has the dragon that will become a 3/2 or a 4/3, which I will lose to, or he has the one that gains attack when it's attacked, which I would probably tie. So for the sake of saving 1 health, I could use the spell, put an extra minion on the board to guarantee the victory. I am not going to do that.
Everybody, back on the dance floor.
I would rather use my resources to either strengthen my board or preserve damage later in the game. I think there's a very good argument for using the spell here, because we can grab the automaton. We also have another automaton to buy here. I actually think what I might do is level, so that I can use my 2 gold for the little tentacle thing. Chef's choice. I'll cast it on this mech, because there's a chance it could have given me the 3rd automaton. It didn't, however. We do have the deflector bot, which is very good in the context of having 2 gems to place on it. So although I leveled to 3 on turn 3, I actually have a very strong board.
I've seen you come back from worse.
So listen, I'm just one idiot. I'm not a high rank in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, but I've played it a lot. I was top 100 EU a few times, and in top 50, I think, in duos at one point.
Our guests demand entertainment.
Not that that suggests anything
It's not the strongest,
with regards to
but
my
it
skill
sure
level at the
knows how
game,
to party.
but I thought somebody might enjoy knowing how a random British guy analyzes his own gameplay. Do I come across as insecure about the moves that I make? Or is having this kind of board on turn 4 a Giga Chad move? What is a Giga Chad move in Hearthstone? Does that exist? By playing Hearthstone, do I automatically disqualify myself from being a Giga Chad? If anybody intends to answer that question
Everybody,
in the
back on
comments,
the dance floor.
don't. I don't want to know what the answer is. I think we're in pretty good shape here. We might high. we win. So we're in pretty good shape to level up next turn. It's a shame we lost so much health early because we're now at 30. You know, the
What a show.
one of those horrible numbers which is near the damage cap, but not quite. We get hit for 15 once, then we're in danger. So the two obvious options to take here are the blood gem buffer, which I think this early in the game is correct, or I could take the pair for the Risen Rider. Hey, looks like there's looks like my Risen Rider is hidden. Anyway, we take the blood gem buff.
All the
We
merrier.
leveled, so we might take a little bit of damage here. But again, we're still very strong. What I might actually look for is the 3/1 magnetic guy that gives reborn, because if I can put reborn on my automatons, they will not only refresh the deflector bot's divine shield, but it will also scale the automatons.
Are
Because
you
each time an
prepared for the
automaton is
trials
reborn in
ahead?
combat, it is considered to be summoned, and that is a permanent aura on the automaton.
Welcome back, party goer.
So I could take a divine shield magnetic to on the automaton, which does kind of exponentially get better if I do also reborn him. I do notice this Wandering White as well. You can give that a read after you summon a minion in combat. Give it health equal to its attack, which with reborn ancestral automatons would actually be incredibly strong. So I'm going to take those. I think I will also take this
Splendid.
spell to cry
Just what
foul.
you needed.
Grab something my opponent had last turn, which is an insanely good hit. It's another deflector bot. So right now we're in really good position to just tempo our way through. We probably level by next turn, but if we do have an opportunity to find the reborn magnetic or the magnetic guy that the battle cry, give another a magnetic minion, any of that kind of stuff, and we can perhaps have a little fun ancestral automaton mech game, which is not something I thought I'd be saying in this patch. I do apologise for
Are
the
you
lack of background
prepared for the
music.
trials
I paused
ahead?
it while I was doing some editing of something, and I forgot to put it back on for the recording. But this will be my first, possibly only ever YouTube upload. So let me know if it's something that's worth pursuing. Do you want to see more of this, more kind of educational, analytical content of the Battlegrounds, or any other aspects of Hearthstone? I can do arena, I can do ranked standard. I cannot do ranked wild.
What a show.
So again, this turn I was hoping would be a level buy. I can level roll sell buy, which it looks is probably the best option for me here, because this shop has no synergy with the rest of my board. Now, some interesting options here, but I think the most interesting one is the Grease bot. I have 3 Divine Shield minions already, so this guy can start passively buffing my mechs, which I think is good. I could take Bongo Bopper. Gives me 2 blood gems at the end of each turn, which give +2/+2 each right now and can be buffed more later, which is a great option. And we have the Nest Swarmer, but we're not playing Beetles because we have souls. So it's actually kind of a hard choice. I like the idea of the blood gems. He plays blood gems on himself as well. Uh, and it's not too late to kind of push the blood gem, narrative. But if I was to stick to mechs, which I think I'd like to do, then I think respot is the correct answer for now. Sure. I'm trying to position it in a way where the respot
Marvelous
will buff
performance.
all of the other minions before it buffs itself, of course. And he's also like partially protected from potential cleaves, like Foe Reaper. I I'm starting to wonder if Foe Reaper's even still. I don't think there are any cleaves in this lobby. I don't think Foe Reaper is actually in the game anymore. Um, I
Perhaps a
I don't
change
remember seeing
is in
anything about him
order.
being taken out, but I haven't seen him in so long that I refuse to believe he's
I'll
real.
try anything once.
I kind of don't know why I took this. I don't need to. I don't
Welcome to
need
the
this, but I
fun,
do like the
minion.
idea of playing the charging Tsarina here. So Divine Shield, whenever you cast a Tavern spell, give your minions with Divine Shield +3 attack. Now, for anyone who is still actively watching the screen, I have a lot of Divine Shields on my board,
Ah, I have been looking for that one
so I think
everywhere.
it's a good idea to do that. Uh, I don't know where to point the chef's choice. I wish I had a junk mech in the shop that I could point it at. So we get the Marquee ticker from the random tentacle spell. At the end of your turn, you get a random tavern spell, which synergizes
It's not the
absolutely perfectly with the
strongest,
rest of my
but it
board,
sure knows how to
uh,
play.
especially
To the
the,
twisting nether with this one.
the guy I just got that buffs my Divine Shield guys when I cast tavern spells. And I do have spells to cast, so right now my board is looking pretty good against anything other than undead, I would say. I'm going to lock this shop as well. There is a really good mech in there that gives me more mechs. There's the Boundless Potential as well, which I always think is quite a good, powerful spell to use. You can use it for the spell, maybe get Eyes of the Earth
It
Mother
seems your
to make
plans are
a
falling into
minion
place.
of tier 4 or lower golden. It's always a good one to discover. You could get Golden Touch, as you see here, make some stuff in the shop golden. I could potentially do some weird stuff with this, so stay tuned to see if that's going to be worth doing on anything in the shop. You can also play Golden Touch, just play it raw and hope it hits something good in the shop. But you can also just buy every unit in the shop other than the one that you want to make
Bites the
golden, like this guy,
arcane dust.
and
Is that your
then it's
reinforced
guaranteed to hit its
mind?
target. It just means it takes a whole turn. You have to sell, you have to cycle through everything. But is that really so bad when the reward is, so satisfying? I can put this guy down for while I play this spell because it buffs stuff. Now I am approaching this point in the game where I did not find the reborns for the automatons. They're not scaling how I would have liked them to. So I'm gonna drop the automaton that isn't already super buff. For the Discover, I think I will probably take the Saloon Dancer because I'm going to be playing a lot of Tavern spells, and he buffs my minions when I play Tavern spells, and that gives me just enough money at the end to afford the Boundless Potential,
Come
which I
in.
will play to discover a Tavern spell of my tier, and I think I will pick Saloon's Finest because that refreshes the Tavern with Tavern spells, which is what I want to be buying. I just want to be buying and playing Tavern spells, and as you can see, we have a tavern full of spells here. No, it's not fantastic. I was hoping there would be a wider range of cheaper spells because these guys are all quite, we've got a one and a two. Everything else is really quite expensive. I'm still going to lock it
Forest magic.
because I
Simple,
can
yet
spend
very
all of
effective.
my money on spells next turn and not feel too bad about it. They all make quite a large impact on my board. And then maybe the
You
following turn
are
I could level up
most
and start looking for more saloon dancers or something else to help me survive the rest of the game. I will also be getting obviously the magnetic minions in hand from this Golden Hollow Rover, which is a great pickup. Hey Angelina, I'm great, thank you for tuning in. How are you? Okay, so that was our first sort of major loss, but luckily we didn't take 15 damage. We only took 13, which means we can actually afford to take
Welcome
another
back,
loss
barley
of any
gold.
kind, and that's absolutely
What
fine.
a majestic creature.
So again, I'm just going to buy the Tavern spells and I'm going to play them. I don't think Eyes of the Earth Mother is going to be worth buying right now. It's simply too expensive. I do need to sell a unit here in order to keep keep this rolling. I think I'm going to sell the automaton because again I can't scale him. I think uh, I think the grease spot will give me better passive scaling as time goes by. So we got a bunch of magnets that we can attach to stuff here, which is good. Unfortunately, we still do not have the reborn guy, but we have the Wind Fury for my Oloroga, so he gets two attacks guaranteed to grab me some more magnets, which is great. I do need a minion to sit on my board. I do have my gems at plus three right now, so it might be worth just taking the Bongo Bopper. He can give me two gems to attach to some other mech next turn. And for these three, I think I will just magnetize them to my units to try and make them a little bit stronger. This guy gives me more gold, which is great. And the taunt and divine shield. I don't really want to taunt any of these guys, so I'll just I might hold this one. I'm gonna hold this one. Stream's going well, thanks Angelina.
It
I'm
seems your
just
plans are falling into
doing
place.
a little gameplay video. Seems like a very interesting game. Thank you. Do I play other games? I play lots of games. I'll play any game and every game. So I can't list all of them to you, unfortunately. I'll just give you a few notable ones. Hearthstone and Lies of P. That was literally two games. I play a lot of casual mobile games, but mainly I play Hearthstone. You have great potential and deserve a follow. Thank you, Angelina. I appreciate that. Bless you. Tell you what else has great potential. N'Zoth. Horrible damage. So at this point, it looks like I'm going to be fighting tooth and
Endless
nail
entertainment.
for the top four position, and I am up against Galakrond, who's also playing mechs and also on top and winning every game he's playing. So it might be this might be a bit of an uphill battle to climb. I'm not super mad about it. I've got some mechs that I'll attach these guys, see if we can win this round. But it's not looking super likely that this is going to be a winning game. I'm not even sure if it's worth picking up the Moonsteel Juggernaut here. I think it's too late to start trying to scale him. I think I'm better actually just trying to get a little bit of scaling off of the tavern spells. Maybe Kangor is worth a pickup here. We have a little bit of kind of weird scam mech stuff going on here. I could roll to try and find another mech to attach this to. I think Kangor is the best here because he represents an extra refresh on
Heavy
my
hand.
deflector bots, who are, you know, the guys I'm hoping are going to carry me to victory through this game. Let's see. Good luck.
Marvelous performance.
Yeah, Angelina, thank you. I've got somebody currently working on the artwork for me. I've had a very talented artist make my little logo guy, and she will be working on my banner as well. So that's all in hand. So I'm kind of getting a little bit sucked into, just watching this combat and trying to analyze if we're going to win or not. I don't have the deck tracker on right now, so I'm trying to channel the deck tracker and become the deck tracker to figure out if this is winnable. I think there was a point in this combat where it was winnable, and things have gone drastically downhill. We tied. I mean, we've secured the top four position, so I'm
Perhaps
obviously,
a
you know,
change is in
happy with
order.
that. I would
Excelsior!
I would really love to get a top one position.
Exactly what you
For
need.
reasons being, I am trying to make like a highlight style YouTube video, and that's not easy to do when you don't actually get any highlights, you know. But we won't be discouraged. We're gonna keep going. We've got this weird kind of amalgamation of reborn nonsense happening, which is great, I think. I don't really want Wind Fury on my deflector bots. I think I gave this guy Wind Fury accidentally. A general rule of thumb is you don't want Wind Fury on a deflector bot because you want it to be hitting something, and then the shield refreshing. If it just hits a big guy twice, then you've made some very very cool decisions in your life. This is a pretty good. This is a pretty good pickup
Ah, I have been looking for that one
for
everywhere.
magnets. Well, I'm starting to wonder if maybe perhaps I should play one of these sixes. I don't think so. I'm just going to put some attack on this guy. I'll put a banana on this guy, and I'm just going to buy it and cast this for the extra attack from my this guy.
Your
I'm sorry, the
strategy
commentary kind of went off the
compelling.
rails towards the end of this game. This is my first time doing anything like this, so please, any constructive criticism is always welcome, and you know, hearing what people would like to see from this style of content from me as a creator going forward. Okay, so things are looking okay here. We might end up tying if we're really unlucky here, but no, we take down Eudora. So we lost previously to Cydonathrius. Cydonathrius has defeated Galakrond with his beasts, so he's obviously got some very large beetles.
Bravo!
I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised or upset if I were to lose this next round, but we might as well give it all we've got. At this point, I'm going to put Taunt on both of my Deflector bots and everything else possible. The reason for this is because it's very important to if you're at the point in the game where the chances are the enemy is probably bigger and more powerful than you, then having taunt on both deflector bots mean if they're really unlucky, they will keep hitting the deflector bots while you keep on hitting them with your stuff, and the divine shield keeps on resetting, refilling itself, and that just spells a really bad time for the enemy because they're just attacking endlessly into essentially nothing at all. Thankfully, we pick up this guy so that we can taunt and Divine Shield the one guy who doesn't have Divine Shield. And I'm thinking we probably pick up Scavenge for Parts because we cast it, we get an extra elemental at the end of the turn. Hopefully we survive. And casting the spell obviously gives us the passive buff on our Divine Shield minions. We may just die here and that's fine, it's the third place. If we survive, then we're looking pretty good. But as far as mech boards go, this one I don't think is very good. I could have leaned more into the Tavern Spell mech build, which is my preferred way of playing it. If you get some more Saloon Dancers maybe. But the tier 3 mech that buffs another mech when you play a Tavern Spell, I find getting a bunch of those early and just going crazy with the spells is such a fun playstyle that I enjoy for mechs. And I've still yet to make the demon Tavern Spell build pop off as much as I'd like it to, but every time I have tried to do that, I've been successful with it, and it's been really, really fun. I honestly wouldn't be able to put my deck tracker brain on and tell you if this is going to be a winning or a losing round. But it seems like the plan with the deflector boss is working very well. The intention was to have them keep on resetting and destroy the whole enemy's board, deconstruct that nonsense, and it's done exactly that. And we get really lucky with the hits as well. So the the onus is now on Galacrond to kill us. Now Galacrond did lose quite miserably to Sidon-Athreus. He took 25 damage from him. So to me that signals I should be stronger than Galacrond. But Galacrond did beat me last time we fought. Well, let's find out what's going to happen. We do have a lot of power for this turn to add to our board here, so that's what we're going to do. I think we taunt everything possible here. We can put Reborn on this idiot. I don't think Kangor's Apprentice is really necessary at this point in the game, but it's like what else am I going to replace him with? I can answer that question. I'm going to replace him with the Chameleon. Because once 5 of my minions die, then my deflector bots come back. So it's a bit of a gamble. Because if the deflector bots die early, then I will just be reviving a very small unit. The minion swap. But it's a gamble I'm willing to try and make. I just bought and made that guy golden because I didn't have time to process any other kind of decisions there. Had I not just explained that I didn't have the time to make that decision, I could have bought and played the Beetle spell there, which could potentially be very impactful. So That's a bit of a bummer, honestly. So luckily everything seems to be going very much to plan with the robots. I just gotta, not get too unlucky with the next few hits. Yeah, this is fine. So the deflector bots will get another refresh, at least one more refresh. And this guy is he only has one deflector bot, and it doesn't seem to be having the best time. I now have the chameleon gambit paid off. Elena, baby, yes, this is a game I stream often. I will probably be streaming the game every weekday. Over at twitch.tv/John Pitchinson for anybody who might be watching on YouTube. We seem to have secured ourselves top
Another
two
one
position.
bites the arcane
We
dust.
beat Sardonathrius 2 turns ago, and we have only gotten stronger and bigger, and we're in really good shape here to win this game. At this point, I'm just kind of throwing throwing the magnets wherever I can because it doesn't matter. I like all of my units being huge here, um, and they all get extra buffs from this golden fellow. So I don't know what I can really do to improve this board other than just find and play more magnets on my units. I am actually going to add taunt to my guy over here. This is probably the last combat, so it doesn't matter what that guy might have to my hand, it's all irrelevant. And I'll just try and play these two magnets because I'm running out of time. But that seems fine to me. I think the likelihood of the first place here is quite nice. You're thinking to try this game,
To
Elena?
you.
You should. It isn't the most beginner friendly game in the world, especially if you want to build a deck and play ranked against other people. But if you want to play the Battlegrounds mode, which is the mode I'm playing now, it's completely free. Um, you can pay for a couple of benefits, like being able to select from 4 heroes instead of two. But other than that, it's completely free, and I would say it's perfectly easy to enjoy when you can only choose when you can only choose 2 heroes. You sent me a request on Discord. Okay, well I will check that out a little bit later when I next start stream. Let you know and you'll join. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's really kind. So this guy seems to have scaled exponentially since we last met, which was 2 rounds ago. I don't fully understand how how things got to this stage and how he has so many golden chupacabras, but that's all right. I mean, we can take a second place quite happily here. We could get super lucky, maybe somehow. I don't really understand exactly what's happening. Um, yeah, I think we're dead, but that's okay. Second place is fine. It's good enough for this YouTube upload. Like I said, I'm just some idiot. I didn't proclaim to be the best Battlegrounds player in the world. It's just one guy and his musings while he plays a game. So for anyone who may have watched this on YouTube, thank you for watching, and do leave a comment. Let me know what kind of content you want to see from me. If you enjoyed it, if you have any constructive criticism, it's all welcome. Thank you and goodbye.